The pirate birthday party? All right, lids and lasses, pull up a pew and listen to me. I'm Corinne Harding, and I've seen things you wouldn't believe at sea. With me straight blonde bob and me glasses perched just so, I'm here to tell a scouse tale of a party that lost its glow. I'm dressed in black, from me neck to me toes, dead smart. But this story of a pirate bash might just break your heart. I was ecstatic to see the twins, to elate their little souls. But a guest would exacerbate things and kick us from the goals. I was infuriated soon enough. Incense began to rise, as we lived on borrowed time, albeit under sunny skies. Now Daisy and Sam were twins, age 8 and proper boss. They had curls like black ink and eyes like the Mersey's gloss. Their skin was fair as a cloud, their smiles wide and bright. They were getting ready for a pirate party, a real Liverpudlian sight. Their behavior wasn't infantile, nor juvenile or bad. They didn't alienate their mates or make their old man mad. They had to maintain their cool and retain a sense of fun, lest the party backfire before the games had even begun. I'm here to demonstrate the facts and not overlook a thing of the twins who love to dance and the songs they love to sing. Daisy was a pirate princess, all decked out in pink, with a hat so big and curly it made the neighbors blink. Sam had a striped shirt and a parrot on his shoulder, looking like a captain, though he couldn't be much bolder. They would oppose any boredom, though the day was marred by fate, when they had to confront a bully who arrived a little late. The twins' costumes would complement the theme of the whole day, in an abysmal circumstance that took their breath away. It was inconsistent weather, a variable sort of breeze, but the twins were ready for the party and to sail the 7 seas. Unfortunately, I said, it might turn to dreadful rain. But the kids were enthusiastic, ignoring any pain. The horrendous clouds were far away. The exemplary sun was out. As we went through the itinerary with a joyful pirate shout, I had to confiscate the worries and review the party plan, to recall every activity for every little fan. I had to reconsider the snacks and assess the birthday cake. As a cacophony of laughter made the garden fences shake, the kids were energetic, on the verge of something grand, the most notorious pirate crew in all the Scouse land. The main event was massive, a spacious sight to see. A pink bouncy castle, shaped like a ship upon the sea. It was irresistible and precious, a mountain of soft air. The twins were on the brink of joy, without a single care. But the castle was in peril, with much at stake that noon, as the initial fun was rising like a big, pink silk balloon. I had to reiterate the rules, I had to recap the law. No shoes upon the castle, I shouted from the door. If you set foot in there with boots, you're banned and you are barred. Don't sabotage the castle, or you'll find the going hard. Then came Zoe DeCombe, a snobbish sort of girl, with a Jamaican-British accent and her hair in a tight curl. She was upper class and posh, and she loved the color pink, but she had a hostile look that made the partygoers shrink. She wore fancy glasses and a dress of high standard, looking at our garden like it was slightly substandard. She felt superior to us, a notorious little pest, who thought that her arrival was the part that was the best. I prior saw her coming, an omen of some strife, ready to give those poor twins the time of life. Zoe looked at Daisy and she said, "Are you for real? That pink pirate dress has a very inferior feel." Daisy's face went sour. She felt distraught and crestfallen by the petulant remarks that Zoe had been calling. But Daisy didn't shun her. She tried to be tolerant and kind, even though Zoe was hostile and had a dismal mind. "In advance," said Daisy, "I'll tell you where to go. Take your shoes off for the castle, or the fun will be too slow." But Zoe was reluctant. She objected to the rule, looking at the bouncy castle like a tedious little fool. taking off me shoes? Zoe cried. It's out of the question, see? These high heels are designer. They're indispensable to me. I said, listen here, Queen. Don't be egotistical and loud. The rules are irrevocable for everyone in this crowd. Sam said, she's incompetent. She doesn't understand that shoes will obliterate the best thing in the land. Zoe's ire was rising. She was irate and full of fury, acting like the judge and the whole entire jury. She was resistant to the plan. She began to bicker and to squabble, making the whole party atmosphere begin to shake and wobble. The other kids were energetic, enthusiastic, and bright. They vacated the grass and jumped with all their might. It was an automatic joy, a manual labor of love, as they bounced toward the clouds in the blue sky up above. The twins were loquacious. They were vocal in their glee, happy as a pirate who has finally found the sea. They didn't omit a single hop. They didn't avoid a jump, falling on the plastic with a happy muffled thump. The scent of summer grass was thick. The monotony was gone as the party atmosphere continued to carry on. But Zoe stood there livid, a furious sight to see. She thought the rules were outdated, as redundant as can be. She wanted to instigate a change, to eliminate the ban, and sabotage the party with a hostile little plan. I won't relent, she muttered. I won't give in to them. I'll wear me heels and show them I'm a high-class little gem. Sam saw her at the verge, on the brink of doing wrong, and he shouted out a warning that was loud and very strong. Don't you proceed, Zoe. Don't you set foot in there. Your heels are like daggers, and they'll give us a real scare. Zoe didn't hesitate. She intentionally stepped on, and in a split second, the precious piece was gone. She didn't abstain or refrain from her egotistical act. She ignored every sanction and every single fact. Her heels were severe, they were sharp, and they were thin. And as she started jumping, the dire work would begin. It was a U-turn from the fun, a deterioration of the day, as she began to vandalize the castle in her own way. She was caught red-handed, but she didn't seem to care, with her atrocious behavior and her posh and snooty air. Then came the appalling sound, a horrendous sort of tear, as the heels bit through the plastic and the kids began to fear. Screech went the fabric, hiss went the air, as the castle's demise became a dreadful affair. Daisy was crestfallen. She was reduced to tears right then, as the wreck of the castle happened again, and then again. It was the last straw. It went pear-shaped very fast. The joy of the party was fated not to last. The malfunction was relentless, a dire and severe blow, as the air began to whistle and the castle started to go. The castle started to wane, to fade and to falter, a dismal sight that even Corinne couldn't alter. It was akin to a sinking ship. Reparations were too late, as the twins watched the obliteration of their pirate state. "Are you for real?" cried Sam, his voice full of dismay, as the inconsolable twins watched the castle melt away. It was an eyesore, a lackluster heap of pink upon the floor. The monotony of sadness had walked right through the door. The air was vacant, the castle now redundant on the grass, a horrendous error caused by a hostile little lass. I stepped in then, infuriated. Me ire was on display. I had to intervene and right a wrong that very day. Add insult to injury, why don't you? I said to Zoe's face. You've marred this celebration, and you've brought us all disgrace. I berate you for your actions. I admonish you right now. You've sabotaged the party, and I'll tell you why and how. You intentionally ignored me, you overlooked the ban, and you thwarted every single piece of our pirate party plan. Your behavior is atrocious, it's appalling, and it's vile. You've ruined the twins' birthday with your snobbish, nasty style. Zoe tried to evade the blame, to elude the consequence, offering an inadequate and lackluster defense. It's stuff and nonsense, she cried. The castle was inferior. I shouldn't be scolded by a person so substandard and interior. Sam looked at her and said, EY girl, you're caught red-handed now. You're petulant and rotten, and we'll show you why and how. You'll forfeit your cake. You'll be expelled from the crew. We don't want an egotistical pirate here like you. The twins were livid. Their fury was a relentless flame, as they gave the bully a taste of her own medicine and her name.
McDonald's are off.
I took a deep breath and looked at Daisy, who was distraught. To make things better, I gave her the comfort that she sought. Don't you worry, chicken, I said. It's not the end of the line. We'll start from scratch and make the rest of the party shine. There's light at the end of the tunnel, even without the bounce. We've got games and treasure, every single ounce. We'll revert to being pirates. We'll engage in a new quest and show this petulant girl that we are still the very best. Daisy wiped her eyes, her ire beginning to wane, as she realized a bouncy castle wasn't the only way to gain.
There's no water. No.
The twins decided to collaborate, to right the wrong they'd felt, ignoring the abysmal mess and the cards that they'd been dealt. They wouldn't resign themselves to a dismal sort of day. They'd prolong the pirate spirit in a brand new scousy way. The cacophony of fun returned, the music started loud, as they led a triumphant parade through the birthday crowd. They didn't hesitate or falter, they were competent and strong, proving that a bully couldn't keep them down for long. The party wasn't postponed, it wasn't revoked or dead, it was energetic and enthusiastic, just like I had said. So, the ultimate lesson of the day, to recap the whole affair, is to think twice about the shoes that you decide to wear. Don't be hostile or notorious or a petulant little pest, or you'll find yourself alienated from the very best. Fortunately, the twins had heart. Their spirit wouldn't diminish as they brought their pirate party to a very happy finish. The light at the end of the tunnel was bright as it could be, for two distinguished pirates in the middle of the sea. And as for Zoe, well, she learned her lesson, to put it mildly, as the Scouse pirates celebrated loudly and quite wildly.